The Talking Tom and Friends franchise is one of the biggest in mobile gaming history, and you know what happens when a game gets hundreds of millions of downloads? Countless bootlegs and fakes start flooding in to try and get in on the action. Today, I'm going to be exploring some of the most infamous Talking Tom bootleg games, some of which were so dangerous that they infiltrated certain government agencies. And even though all of these games were taken down from the Google Play and Apple App Store, they can still be obtained from unofficial sources online, which I would not recommend. Some of the games I'm gonna mention in this video are known to have very dangerous viruses installed in them that will take your location and your personal information, so this video is only for entertainment purposes and I do not recommend that you download any of the games mentioned in this video. Starting off, we have a trilogy of games, one of which you may have seen before. These are Talking Tomcat 3, Talking Tomcat 4, and Talking Tomcat 5. These games were developed by Nanjing 0000 3D and are some of the most famous bootleg Talking Tom games ever made. Talking Tomcat 3, also known as Talking Tom 3 and Olympics, was themed around the 2012 Summer Olympics. The game takes place in a football stadium and depicts an orange version of Tom wearing Olympics clothing. The reason these bootlegs became so infamous is because this company was actually publicly sued by Outfit 7, which was an event that ended up making the news with a bunch of news sites writing articles about the lawsuit. The original version of this game is technically lost media, since every single copy that exists of this game online is actually infested with a very dangerous malware called Gooligan. You see, the original app came out around 2012 to 2013, and the Gooligan virus came out between 2015 to 2016. This means that along the way, someone infected a copy of the game with the Gooligan virus and distributed it online. The Gooligan virus collects data about your device, installs rootkits, and steals your Google account and authentication token. It also injects itself into Google Play and installs fraudulent apps onto your device. Because of this 3 to 4 year difference between when the app was released and when Gooligan was released, there is a chance that somewhere around the internet there exists a clean and safe copy of the game. This leads us on to the next game in the trilogy, which is Talking Tomcat 4. But before we get into that, a little shameless plug, I am going to be streaming on Twitch soon. So if you enjoy my content and would like to support me in a simple and free way, a follow on Twitch with notifications on would mean the world to me. It only takes a few seconds to make an account if you don't already have one, and I would love to interact and chat with you guys live on stream. Anyways, let's get on to the next game. Talking Tomcat 4 was another Chinese bootleg Talking Tom game released by Nanjing 0000 3D. It's pretty similar to the Talking Tomcat 3 game, even recycling some of the animations from that game. This one, however, is themed around Christmas, with Tom dressed up in a Santa outfit with antlers on, and it starts off with Tom standing in front of a Christmas tree, and in the back you can actually see a photo frame with a screenshot from the previous game on it. And the game features this kind of quiz mode where you name the thing that's on the blackboard. You can also make Tom do the Gangnam Style dance, which was pretty popular at the time. If you press the painting in the back, you can actually see their collection of games that they released. In the coming soon section, there's a Talking Tomcat 3 HD, Talking Tomcat 4 HD, and Talking Tomcat 5 with a question mark in place of the logo. That leads us to Talking Tomcat 5, which unfortunately never ended up being released because of the lawsuit from Outfit 7. To date, there's only a couple of screenshots that exist of the game, and it seems that it would have been based around Chinese New Year. These screenshots were posted onto Twitter by the developers of the game as a sort of teaser, but unfortunately it looks like we will never end up seeing this game. It looks like it would have been some form of AR game, which is quite different to the previous two, so that would have been cool to see. It's kind of cool how the first one was based off the Olympics, the second one based off Christmas, and the third is based off Chinese New Year. They all have these distinct themes that set them apart, but anyways, let me know what you thought about the Talking Tomcat 3, 4, and 5 games. Next up, we have Talking Cat 3. This was a completely blatant bootleg. This game featured the Talking Tomcat 2010 model poorly photoshopped onto a beach landscape. And I actually ended up finding the beach landscape to be the same landscape that was featured in Talking Tom for Messenger, which was an official app made by Outfit 7 for Facebook, in which you could send short clips to your friends with the Outfit 7 cast saying a message for you. You could choose between different backgrounds for the clip, and as it turns out, one of the backgrounds is the same one that was used in Talking Cat 3. On January 9th, 2026, so literally like 2 days ago, a user by the name of the Almighty Red Rocks discovered that Talking Cat 3 was the same app as Talking Tom 3. The apps shared the same icon and the same package name, which was com.kayaya.tao.tomcat. If you don't know, Talking Tom 3 was a malware even more dangerous than the trilogy of Chinese bootlegs I talked about earlier, since it not only contained the Gooligan virus, also known as Ghost Push, it also contained a virus known as Camogie. There were actually a bunch of articles written about the Talking Tom 3 app and the viruses it contained. The Camogie virus ended up infecting over 20 countries, as you can see from this map, and when you scroll down a bit, you can see the Talking Tom 3 app and the list of apps that contain the Camogie virus. There's also other news articles that contain the app's package name in a list of apps that were confirmed to contain the Camogie virus. The Camogie virus starts off as annoying adware. It collects data about your device and uploads it to Camogie servers, and then it begins to show you aggressive pop-up apps on your home screen, your lock screen, and even when no apps are open. It then begins to spread itself and sets itself to auto start whenever you turn on your phone. And then it roots your device and installs itself into your system at such a high level that you can't even remove the virus through a factory reset. And every 24 hours, the virus contacts servers like this one and sends them information about your device. From that point onward, your device can be controlled remotely and it's basically as good as dead. According to these articles, the virus has even infiltrated government agencies, which is kind of crazy. So if you do end up finding a download link to this app, I highly urge you to not download it since it's really not that exciting. The only main difference in what you can do in the app is you can actually press a button to make Tom sneeze, which you can't do in the original game, but that's it. It's just a reskin with a different background. It's really not worth losing all of your information and getting your device remote controlled over. Next up, we have something a little more lighthearted, but you probably still shouldn't install it. This is My Tom Runner. It's a bootleg mix of Talking Tom and Subway Surfers developed by N Games and released on November 16th, 2017. It's pretty hilarious to look at screenshots of this game. The game is called My Tom Runner, but for some reason in the top right of every screenshot, it says Tom and Friends Surfers. And I mean, what they've done is reskin Subway Surfers with Talking Tom models and themes, and the proportions of the characters are so odd, but they've honestly done a pretty good job at getting the game to feel like a new game, even though it literally just is Subway Surfers. But I mean, just look at Tom. What reason does he have to be that happy in the photo? And don't get me started on Angela and Hank. I mean, who put Hank in that outfit? The characters just look longer than usual and stretched out, and I honestly would not mind playing this game for a few minutes. It does seem kind of fun, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't look absolutely hilarious. Next up, we have another game developed by N Games, which seems like a Mario Kart and Talking Tom mix. This game actually seems to be quite well made, and it looks like it has a lot of features. And it also has this evil version of Tom for some reason. And this one I was actually able to find gameplay for. Forgive the quality for being so horrendous, but it honestly doesn't seem like that bad of a game. It seems like a decent racing game based on Talking Tom, and if it had a little bit more polish, it could genuinely be a real official Talking Tom racing game. I mean, compared to the official Talking Tom karting Chinese game, it's really not that bad. Anyways, let me know what you thought of these bootleg Talking Tom games. Personally, it was pretty interesting to look into how dangerous some of these apps can be. Just as a reminder, I am going to be streaming on Twitch, so a follow would mean the world to me. A like and sub would be truly appreciated, and comment down below what video you'd like to see next. See ya!